And that's the player introductions completed. So in just a few moments, we'll be back and ready for action. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they play against the Indiana Pacers. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. A look at Indiana's starting group. Ivica Zubac's out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. Then it's Nesmith. And it's Furphy in at the 3 spot. And for Toronto, the perimeter filled up by Barrett and Ingram. Then there's Barnes. Then there's Emmanuel Quickley. And it's Murray Boyles in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Things can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
And Indiana starts out with the ball. Barnes against Siakam.
I got him.
Pass to Zubac. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Toronto ball.
Here's Toronto with the ball. Here's Quickley. Tipped. And here's Nembhard. Pass to Furphy. There's the triple. Connects from downtown.
Boy, what a savvy pass by Nembhard. Pushing the ball back outside when the defense doesn't expect it. That's just good basketball.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Well, with a window of opportunity opening in the East, the Raptors are trying to make inroads. After acquiring Brandon Ingram last season, he's finally out of the bubble wrap and providing that offensive punch that this team has needed. The goal is clear. Ingram said it himself. They're looking to get back into the playoffs in Toronto.
Love that confidence. Okay, Shams, thank you. Here's Quickley. Following the bucket by the Pacers. Pass to Barnes. From downtown. And the Raptors miss again. To the middle. The jump hook. Siakam, no good. For Toronto, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one.
Yeah, when you look at Barnes' assist numbers, they show you can run your offense through him, not your average wing.
Nembhard against Quickley. Nembhard, right side. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First one falls for him. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and they came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
Here's Ingram. On the wing quickly. No good on the 3. Pacers leading by 5. Nembhard, the pass to Zubac. Here's Furphy. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. All right, we look at our 2K leaderboard for assist. Numbers from the past month of play. And you look at Nembhard. Boy, you'd love to have this guy on your team. What a passer.
His teammates trust that if they get open, he will find them. They're really in a groove right now.
2 minutes left in the first. 2 minutes.
Quickly outside. Here's Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Inside is where Barnes is most effective, taking point-blank shots.
Now a timeout called by Indiana. Last time they met was in Indianapolis.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor.
Change here for Toronto. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Aaron Nesmith. .144 left to play in the first quarter. Blocked. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And there's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Here's Huff. Counted. And so here is Toronto. It's a 5-point game. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
It was a lockdown effort defensively, contesting shots and really protecting the painted area.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Shoot two.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so McConnell will bring it up for the Pacers. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I actually thought their execution at times was excellent, but they failed to come through in those important moments.
And, you know, it's never easy trying to win away from home. They were close, but just needed a little more push at the end.
And so here is Toronto after the basket by Indiana on the other end. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Personal foul.
Toronto shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
2 shots.
Shoot two.
And the first one at the line is good. And he can't hit the second. Pacers leading by 4. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. To the right side. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Shepard from behind the arc. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. For Toronto, they've gone 2 for 7. A sluggish start. Here's Shed. He's scoreless. Now here's Jackson Davis. To the left wing. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Shed missing. And so the first quarter is in the books. Indiana ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
11.
For those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
And Indiana looking at who they've got. They've got Andrew Nembhard. Ivica Zubac's out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Jarris Walker, and it's Nesmith in at the 2. Now here's Nembhard, coming off a 22-point game against Milwaukee.
And he may have posed even more problems with his passing. They had to worry about him as a scorer and a distributor.
From 9 feet out, good on the bucket.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, it's been an impressive offensive output.
Wow, R.J. Barrett can fly. Incredible athletic ability.
Siakam looking it over. Here's Nesmith. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam. Nesmith's got his first basket.
Reliable approach. Getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Ingram against Walker. 16 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. 13 feet out. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Pascal Siakam's veteran presence is hugely valuable to this Pacers team. Coach Rick Carlisle said, quote, his experience is really important to us. He doesn't get rattled, his personality stays consistent, but things get frantic in games. He is a calming influence on our young players. Back over to you, Brian.
The cagey veteran. Allie, thank you.
Well, when you defend the Nembhard pick and roll, you're kind of expecting him to make the pass. That was a pretty clever move by him to keep it himself.
Now here's Barrett. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Now here's Ingram. Defense is right there. That one drops for him. Ingram's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, you know, Ingram's length is really an asset inside. It allows him to work over and around defenders.
Nembhard outside, driving to the basket. Here's Zubac. Tries yet again, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team. That's why they're ahead.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Indiana shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. The free throw drops from Zubac.
Look, you won't see Zubac stretching the floor, but he is a double-double threat any night of the week. He knows how to put his height and physicality to work, especially on the board.
And it's Shed missing. Indiana leading by 7. Siakam for 3. And Indiana misses again. Here's Shed. Still no points. Throws it up high. And that one is stuffed right through.
He may not be the biggest center in the league, but he sure can jump.
A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Now here's McConnell. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Siakam outside. And stolen by Dick. 3-on-3. Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Shed. He's marked by McConnell. Here's Shed. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. The Raptors need to get off a shot.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
There's 42 seconds left in the second. McConnell passes to Jones. Jones over Walter. Jones' shot is good. Jones has got his first bucket in this one.
Using his handles to shake himself free, and it's smooth sailing from there.
Pass to Mamukelashvili. There's 14 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Indiana ahead. They're up by 3. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, I'm here with Coach Rick Carlisle. A hot start. Coach, what did you like about this team's execution offensively?
We were making some shots. We moved the ball well at times. We've got to be careful about having the ball stick when they're doing their switching.
Good luck with the ball movement in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, we've seen Ivica Zubac really having a great game.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Raptors trail by 3. Ingram the 3 with Barnes the 4. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. And it's Murray Boyles in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Ingram. Murphy grabs the miss.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
The Raptors making a switch here. Jackson Davis is checked in.
Trace Jackson Davis.
Pass to Murphy. With the drive. Over Ingram. Kept alive. And it's rejected. Here's Barrett. Indiana with a rebound. Nesmith with it. Jackson Davis picks him up. Now here's Nesmith. He's guarded closely. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pacers lead by 5.
Excellent balance and concentration from Nesmith, showing you some toughness on that finish.
Barnes, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Graham.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters, and he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Huff's checked in for Zubac, and it's Walker in for Siakam. And the second free throw is good.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
Outside Nesmith. Pass to Nembhard. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Even with that defense draped all over him, Nembhard showing excellent touch around the rim to get the finish.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Guys?
All for one. Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Barnes. He has a clear impact on this offense, putting up over 19 a game. 3 on the clock. Here's Ingram, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Mamukelashvili's checked in for Toronto.
For your Raptors.
Indiana leading by 7. Pass to Huff. A clear for Nembhard. Cans it with nobody near him. Nembhard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he's had a solid performance at the offensive end. Rock solid, providing that stability.
Barrett passes to Ingram. Back to Barrett. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Nembhard finds Walker. And here's Neesmith, guarded by Barrett. And here's Nembhard.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Out to the wing. Here's Huff. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Barrett. Walker against Barnes. Here's Mamukelashvili. Barnes in the post. Mamukelashvili passes to Quickly. Walker pulls down the board.
Good job hitting the glass. They're +8 in rebounding.
Here's Furphy. Makes good on the step-back jumper. Furphy's got 5.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Pass to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Oh, that's how to throw it down. Barnes with an exclamation point.
Timeout called, the Pacers.
Timeout charged to the Pacers. All right, fans, time to fire off the T-shirts.
Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Jackson Davis is checked in for Scotty Barnes. Dick comes in for Ingram. Walter, he's checked in for Barrett. Shed comes in for Quickly. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Pascal Siakam, he's checked in for Huff. Shepard comes in for Furphy. Jones, he's checked in for Neesmith. And T.J. McConnell subbed in for Nembhard. Here's Shed after Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot. Toronto passing it around to the inside. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Shed's got his first 2 points.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
McConnell finds Siakam. Down low, Siakam drops it in.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Outside Dick, let's go with a 3. Sinks the tray. Dick's got 5.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Shoots off the step back. Good. He hits the jumper. And the Pacers lead by 9.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More 2K action in just a moment. Rick Carlisle had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. Don't blow by.
And Coach Carlisle preaching strong defense there.
Yeah, basic fundamentals. Doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on this end.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the 4th quarter. Shepard is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Ivica Zubac. Then there's T.J. McConnell. And it's Jones in at the 2. Here's Shed. Pass to Walter. Out left to the wing. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
And here's Indiana now. Siakam outside. Rebound Toronto. 1 minute in now in the 4th quarter. Pass to Walter. Here's Murray Boyles. Here's Dick. No good with the triple.
He just couldn't overcome the perimeter coverage. Shut him down.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Called on the play.
And here's Indiana now. Indiana leading by 9. Down low. Here's Zubats. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Zubats has got 4 points in the quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Pass to McConnell. Now here's Zubats. Shot clock at 5. And that one drops for him.
Really hard to slow the roll of Zubats close to the bucket. He's big and he's tall.
Timeout called. The Raptors.
You know, there's nothing more
With some changes. Furphy's checked in for Shepard. Neesmith comes in for Jones. And it's Nembhard in for McConnell. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rajakovic said to the team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession, make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Furphy. There's the block. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Now Barnes. He's covered by Siakam. Outside Barrett. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's Siakam.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Nembhard outside. Pass to Furphy. Zubats controls the rebound and the putback. And the Pacers lead by 13.
Zubats dominating on the offensive glass and getting one of his own there.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
Ha, it doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Not a lot of time left for the Raptors in this one. Pass to Barrett. Now Barnes. Now here's Quickly. He's guarded by Nembhard. Outside Barrett. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits.
And they just didn't have enough to overcome this deficit. Chalk up this game as a fantastic victory for the Pacers.
You know, we talk about this often. Second chance points can be the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, they hit the offensive glass with a purpose and made the most of those extra touches.
Man, this is a nice victory for them. It's win number 14 of the year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ivica Zubac.
And you can't put a price on the value of his rebounding in this game. His effort on the glass was a game changer.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Neesmith. 17 seconds left in the fourth. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Trace Jackson Davis picks one up.
That's what you got to do every time. Be committed when you attack. Good job by Neesmith.
For Indiana, Aaron Neesmith at the line for 2.
And he makes both free throws. Here's Barnes. And that one's long. And so it's the Pacers taking care of business in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Pascal, these days you are called upon to carry this team. Does that bring added pressure?
This is a game that I love, and I just want to have fun playing the game. And I think, I got to just be myself. Like, don't get lost in everything going on. Be yourself. Play basketball, have fun. And, I'm just happy to be able to go out there and play hard.
Guys, he wants the pressure. Thanks, Pascal.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.